Hi guys, welcome back to my playthrough of XCOM Enemy Within Long War mod. Just loading back the save that you saw me make at the end of the last recording, trying to prove that I am not editing around anything. This is an Iron Man run, even if we don't enable the option, in case things glitch. And let's see, where were we? We have some planes that are a new plane that's coming in and one that should be repaired very shortly after that. So hopefully we get a break from the UFOs for a second, because like our first 3 missions or something like that have all been UFO interceptions. We haven't gotten any abductions yet, which is part of the reason we're so low on cash. And the next bit of cash is either going to have to be for another interceptor, or possibly to build this access lift to start digging for another steam vent, because we need to get a thermogenerator up if we're going to be able to build anything besides an elevator at this point, so that's definitely another priority. We've got a research project going, so that's all good. And did anyone need promotions? Okay, yep, we've got some people who need promotions. Now, looking at your stats, pretty solid all around with especially good will. I'm gonna say medic to try to build on that will and hopefully get a soldier who will eventually be a good psionic candidate. The will didn't go up as much as I was hoping there. She did have health and mobility go up, and that's great, but not what I was hoping for, gotta be honest. And let's see, you have a very similar stat spread, and I'd say infantry would also suit pretty well, so we're gonna go with that. Try to keep a good mix of different classes. Pretty solid all-around level up. Will still didn't go up as much as I'd like to see, but definitely more reasonable than... Yeah, medics usually get so much more will than that on their first level up. That was not super lucky. And let's see. Looking at your stats, we need more assaults. We haven't gotten very many. Your aim's not great. Assaults don't really need aim, though, so that's fine. You have enough health and mobility for it, so, yep, assault. And your health and mobility went up. Good, you actually got the stats you needed for the class that I picked for you. Thank you. And let's see, we've got another person here with almost the same statistics as the medic and the infantry that we promoted. We're going to try medic again, and hopefully this one actually gets a decent amount of will. Seriously, game? Okay, I really hope we have some luckier level ups at some point, because we are not getting very much here, and we're going to need psychics. This is not great. Okay, what all do we have? We have plenty of medics and infantry. Could probably use more scouts. And more engineers, in particular. And yeah, looking at you, you'd actually make a pretty solid engineer. You don't need aim to throw grenades. You need to be able to run up in the enemy's face, and you have the mobility and the health for that. And you somehow got 9 points of will. I mean, I'm not complaining. Psychic engineers can actually be really amazing if you spec them to use support grenades, because there are a couple of support grenades that only psychics can use that are really good later. So, yeah, it's just crazy that you got way more will than either of the medics that I promoted. And let's see, we could still definitely use more scouts, but this person does not have the mobility for that. Has, honestly, stats that I would say are closer to maybe a sniper. With the pretty solid aim, bad mobility. I mean, you could also maybe do gunner. I would prefer that you have a little bit more mobility for that, though. Yeah, no, we're gonna go sniper. Alright, that's all the promotions we needed to do. I think everything's good for the moment, so now we just need to go stare at the hologlobe until something happens. Well, we got abductions.
Commander, we've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
Okay, so... still bringing only rookies on these missions because we really want to get as many people as possible to get that first level up in the first month, when rookies actually have a decent shot of being able to go on a mission and not get killed. Okay, Svetlana. Okay, again, the names. Michelle, you're in. Anessa. Manuel. And Sylvia. And I think that's it for the rookies that actually had stats that I liked. So now we get to go back through and pick from the people who didn't have such great stats. Sorry about that. Don't know what that was about. Random call. I mean, looking at these guys, I'm gonna say Zara at least has really good aim and really good will. So if I can keep him alive, or her, sorry, if I can keep her alive, then she should be pretty good. Let's get these guys equipped. Okay, yeah, you definitely need the lighter armor. Your mobility's not great. You have enough aim to use the rifle. And we're gonna give you a med kit and a flashbang grenade. And you're kind of in the same boat, but you need a laser sight. So you're gonna carry that. And you have enough health. You don't need the heavier armor. You do need a laser sight. And here, have... I'm gonna say an HE grenade. This is a roadway map, so there might be some cars that we can blow up, potentially, with that. Okay, you have enough mobility that you can just wear the heavier armor. You do need that laser sight, and then for your other item, we're going to give you another HE grenade, I think. Have a couple of those to throw around. Okay, you have enough health, you don't need the heavier armor, you need the mobility from the lighter armor, in fact. You have enough aim that you don't need the laser sight. We're gonna hand you another medkit and a flashbang grenade. And you need the heavier armor, and honestly, you also need the ceramic plating to have the kind of health that I'd like you to have. So your mobility is not going to be good. Luckily, your aim's pretty solid. And I think I'm going to hand you the motion tracker.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
The next deployment site is in the UK. Alien activity continues to surge within several major cities. Our response is crucial to minimizing the spread of panic.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down now. Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big Sky. Reading you 5 by 5. Strike One has the green light for deployment.
Okay, so it has decided to put us in this corner of the map. So we have this upper portion up here that we can go investigate. It continues on a little ways back here. There'll be like a bus and some other stuff. So there might be things up there. And then up on this side, like, there is a small ledge up here where potentially there could be stuff. Unfortunately, we don't really have any good ways to get up there ourselves right now, so hopefully there's just nothing up there. And then, of course, we have this whole chunk of the map over here. So I think first things first, we need to try to get people into cover, and I would like to try to head for high ground. So we're gonna check this out. Oh, found enemies. So we have 2 sectoids over there. Don't have very many movement options, to be perfectly honest. Let's see, there's a ladder there, so anyone who comes around this way will be able to climb up next turn.
Solid copy. Solid copy, Commander.
Начинаю наблюдение. Ясно. Начинаю наблюдение.
Okay, not a lot of use in putting you guys on Overwatch, so just gonna scoot you closer to the ladder. And then you might see something, so... And we also have drones! So, 2 drones, one of which is wounded. Sectoid's running up. Okay, hit him, but didn't manage to kill him with the Overwatch, but he's wounded. And there's the second sectoid. Tried for a lucky shot, didn't get it. Alright, I don't see anyone on Overwatch. We probably have more sectoids running around. I think I heard them at the end of that turn. I don't think they were the ones that were active. I'd like to get you into better cover, so we might put you here, but I want to see if we can get those drones out first. Drones really like to just fly forward and flank you, even if it means they're likely to get themselves killed. Flying enemies tend to be very aggressive. Get these guys up where they can shoot. Okay, so now you're the only one that can't really see anything. We'll move you in a minute. Honestly, I'm surprised you can see anything at all. We probably will just keep you on Overwatch. Okay, got a critical on the drone that was at full health, so now they're both quite wounded. And now one is dead. Okay, that's good. It's not great cover, but I'm gonna have you come up here so that you can hopefully get a better shot on that drone.
X-ray ausgeschaltet.
Okay, now I've got a lot of people who have already done their moves, so I'm a little bit nervous about moving too much, because the last thing I want is to alert a fresh group of aliens, say maybe up here, because if I suddenly have things coming from this side, I can't move any of these people. They would be flanked, and that could be really bad, especially considering this one's at really low health. I don't consider him to be much of a threat right now. I think I'm just gonna park and overwatch.
I field, Commander.
Unless you have a decent shot, you don't, so overwatch. And they're gonna overwatch me right back, I guess. I could use a grenade on the one that's at low health. That's definitely an option. But it wouldn't get rid... If he was the only one overwatching, I would probably do that. But I don't really have any way of dealing with this one's overwatch, and honestly, that's the one I would be worried about hitting anyway, because his accuracy is going to be much better than the one that's wounded. So, I think I'm just going to take some pot shots and then put other people on overwatch, wait until we have a better opening.
Быть не может!
Das war's. Ich hab jetzt noch gar nicht.
Мазать нам нельзя!
Roger, I've got eyes on you.
Okay, he's gonna try for a lucky shot. Didn't get it. What about that one? Come on, move up a little. No, he's gonna overwatch. Dang it. Okay, you need to reload. If I have you come around to this side, can you see anything? No. Dang it. If you had better mobility, like just a little bit, I might have actually been able to let you make that move without getting overwatched. But of course, you're the one that I had to load up with the world's heaviest armor. This person might be able to do it. It's definitely risky, but we have to do something. Okay, good. She'll be able to creep up and flank that one next turn. So now our priority is overwatching to make sure that that thing doesn't want to move. Just gonna have you reload your gun.
Ясно. Буду начеку. Враг обнаружен.
Alright, we got more of them running up.
Конец, Lunastra.
We were able to kill one.
Корректирую огонь. Срочно нужны патроны.
So now we have a couple more full health ones running around, which definitely changes this situation a bit, because now putting her here to flank this one is very unsafe because we have these ones back here. Can you get your flashbang grenade to the one that's over? No, you're just short of the one that's overwatching, that's at full health. Dang it. Okay, well, you need to reload your gun. Really need to get you somewhere, anywhere that you can shoot, but we can't move without you getting overwatched.
Я снова в строю.
Okay, we're just gonna have you come around this way. It's not gonna be nearly as good of a shot, but maybe just being so close to it. Okay, thank you. Got that one out. I think you'll be safe making this move. I don't think the one overwatching can see there. Okay, you're good. I was able to move you up a little bit. Okay, if I have you run back this way, I'm hoping that that means you won't get overwatched. Okay, you're good. Now we're gonna have you creep up to the car. Try to get you into a position where you can actually shoot. Okay, they're mind merging. Come on, Overwatch. Dang it.
Justiere Visier.
Now they're overwatching us again. Okay, gonna have you use the motion tracker. Let's see, what do we got? Alright, it looks like, according to the radar, all three of the sectoids that are active are all grouped around here. There's one that we can't see that is standing probably, like, right in here. And of course, we got that one that's overwatching. Gonna take a shot at it. No luck. Still no luck. Alright, however, I'm hoping that since none of the people overwatching will be visible to the aliens, I'm hoping that they'll be kind of dumb and they'll just run into the Overwatch fire. Okay, we got one trying to move up. Overwatch missed. Of course, they're not getting any lucky shots either, so there's that. Oh, lucky shot on the one that was giving a mind merge. So killed one, damaged another. That was good. Let's see if we can get a lucky shot and finish that one off. Nope. However, no one who has a flashbang grenade is close enough to throw it at that thing. However, I'm going to have this person creep forward a little bit. I don't think they'll be overwatched. It is a bit risky because they could be flanked, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to have her flank this one next turn. In the meantime, everyone who's still left, please overwatch. If that thing moves, we need to kill it.
Moving out. I'm on it.
Okay, the one that's wounded is staying back. Okay, they stayed in place. They overwatched. And that is going to work to their detriment. Hello! Goodbye! Alright, now we're down to the one that's wounded. Let's see if anyone can get a lucky shot on it. Ooh, nice.
Operational objectives completed.
Well, that went well.
An exemplary performance. Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one did.
Yeah, really the only thing I can complain about is that the kills weren't evenly distributed, so we have a couple of rookies that, you know, stayed rookies. Good news is, all they need to do is tag along on literally any mission, even if they don't get any kills again, they'll level up. Alright, that got us some money. I'm gonna say it's close enough that we should just sell some things. Probably more weapon fragments. I know I'm being awfully generous with those on the gray market, but we need the money. We need to build things. Alright, get that access lift going. Now let's do the promotions. Alright, Sylvia here, really good health, pretty solid aim, everything else. I mean, her defense is also good, but except in the case of scouts, I don't tend to really value defense that highly. Let's see, though. Not enough mobility to make her a scout, unfortunately. I would take slightly lower aim. If she had just that 1 point in mobility, she'd have been, honestly, a pretty good scout. But scouts need to have mobility in order to be able to get to different pieces of cover so that I can have them running around, triggering Overwatch, and, you know, doing their job. I mean, infantry is definitely an option, although we've already got a lot of infantry. The sniper would be a waste of her health. I mean, maybe gunner. I would prefer that mobility be a little bit higher for that, but it's not a hard requirement, and we don't have as many gunners yet, so I think I'm going to go with that. Okay, Inessa here. Again, really wish that that your mobility was just a little bit higher because I could really use some scouts, but I guess I'm not getting that today. We're gonna go with another medic. Could you please actually get the will level ups that medics are supposed to get? Thank you! That's a little closer to what I was expecting to see. Okay, definitely, hopefully no more medics for a while. We are getting a few too many of them, to be perfectly honest. And then Zara here, we're definitely gonna go with sniper. Her health and mobility are crap, but her aim is really, really good. That is classic sniper. And honestly, with that amount of will, even though snipers don't get the best will on level ups, if she's lucky, she might end up having enough will to either make a decent officer or maybe psionic if we get really, really lucky. Mostly aim, but hey, that's what snipers actually need, so I'm not going to complain too much. Okay, Manuel. Really good health, solid aim. That's really about all there is to say about you, and I'm really starting to think I might have to put you in as a scout, even though I'd really prefer your mobility be higher. Maybe I can give you a marksman's rifle or something and make you more of a mid-range scout, because I really desperately need more of them. And considering that most of the rookies that are left all have really bad health, let's see, the two that didn't get promoted, what did they, okay, you have the stat, no, these two are actually the ones that have the stats to possibly be scouts, and of course they're the ones that didn't get a kill, but they exist, so we don't need to make Manuel Scout. We have a couple candidates here that would be much better suited for it. We just need to get them a promotion. So let's see. I guess infantry. We're getting a few too many of you guys too, to be perfectly honest. Alright, back to staring at the hologlobe.
Excavation complete.
Okay, I don't think we need to start any more excavations yet. In fact, I don't think we even can until that access lift is done. And there went Mexico. You always lose a country in the first month. It's pretty much unavoidable. Honestly, it's pretty rare for you to even be able to detect the mission that the aliens launch against it. And, like, I think in all the times I've attempted to play Long War, and I have attempted a lot of times, I have detected the mission to take the country like maybe once or twice. It only happens if they target a country that happens to be on your starting continent, and you get lucky enough that your planes detect it, because you're probably not going to have a satellite over that country yet. And even if you do detect it, you don't have a plane that can shoot the thing down. It's unavoidable. So in this case, we've lost Mexico, which is not great. On one hand, they were one of the poorer countries, so we didn't lose as much funding as we might have lost if the aliens had gone for, say, India or Japan or some of the other high earners here. But it's still not great that they took a country that happened to be in North America, because usually North America is the second continent that I like to try to cover, because you get a pretty massive reduction in the maintenance on your interceptors. And obviously, as you get more and more interceptors to cover more and more continents, that can start to eat up a significant portion of your budget.
Boards are clear.
Do not interrupt me, Bradford. Anyway, I suppose if we have like 3 countries to cover before we're even done with Europe here. So it's going to be a little while before I'm ready to start thinking about which continent I want to cover next. Maybe by the time we're looking at that, we'll be in a position to actually lead an assault against the alien base that is now in Mexico, which of course would be good. It would deny the aliens a lot of resources and get us a lot of stuff, and, you know, we'll see where we're at when it actually comes time to decide which continent we want to cover once we're done covering Europe. Okay, we were able to get our new plane, so let's pick a name. Okay, we're going with Duck. Let's see, we've got Cajun, Duck, Sparrow, Firefly, and Great Dane. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing fighter UFOs in the semi-near future, so I'm going to put Stingray missiles on at least one of the planes, just in case.
Complete.
And there's our new uplink. Don't have the money to assign any new construction yet, unfortunately, but we should be ready to launch 2 new satellites right before the council report, so that will be good.
Access lift operational.
Okay, now we've got the access lift, so let's see. We need to actually dig out this steam vent, and we will need 20 credits just to do the excavation. So I was really hoping that maybe we would get another abduction in that 5 days, but we didn't. So you know what that means. It means more weapon fragments going out the door. I'm probably going to regret this at some point. Alright, let's get that excavated. And then, honestly, unless we get at least a couple of fairly high-paying missions, we're probably going to have to wait until the monthly council funding to actually be able to build the thermogenerator. I can't remember exactly how much they cost. We'll take a look at it in 5 days. Nothing we can do until then, anyway.
You're telling me that we should risk the lives of our troops so we can take one of these things alive?
Yes. Without a live specimen, I'm afraid we've reached the pinnacle of what my team is able to accomplish.
And how do you suggest we do this, Doctor?
The autopsy I've just completed confirms that the alien's physiology is quite similar to our own. A highly concentrated electrical current delivered at close range should cause
Close range? And what happens if it doesn't work? Do you really think this is worth the risk?
I do. We do not know our enemy. How can we hope to stop something that we do not understand? If we can capture one of these creatures alive, we may be able to communicate with it.
And interrogate it. Find out what they want. Where they're operating from.
Yes. That possibility outweighs all risks, in my opinion. I can construct a safe enough facility to house our captive, but I do not know how we could possibly communicate with it.
Not to worry. I will see to that.
All right. I'll speak to the commander.
Alright, so next up, I believe, is we need to research xenoneurology. And of course, we're going to have to build the alien containment facility, so I'm going to have to decide pretty soon where that's going to go. It's one of the facilities that doesn't get any adjacency bonuses, so I tend to just shove it in a corner. Okay, so yeah, xenoneurology, we're going to need to research that so that we can build an arc thrower. And thankfully, I've left just enough weapon fragments that we can start this now.
I'm still having a hard time grasping what it is the aliens are hoping to accomplish here. Are they studying us? Why abduct humans seemingly at random? There must be a pattern that we haven't established yet.
And let's see, so far, I know this chunk is going to be satellite, uplinks, and nexuses. I kind of want this to be the power block, you know, 2 thermogenerators and 2 Alarium generators. And so that kind of leaves, like, these areas, these 2 especially, but even also these 2 spaces, as kind of the mission-critical buildings that don't do adjacency bonuses. This is kind of where I want to put them. And then have a line of probably laboratories here. Like, you know, genetics lab, psionics lab, probably 2 baseline laboratories. I'd like to get more adjacency bonuses for labs than that, but with the way that the steam vents spawned, I don't think that's gonna happen. Think about that more and see if maybe we could get away with 2 thermogenerators and an Alarium generator, if that would be enough. I don't know that it would be. And then over here, probably like a bunch of workshops. However, so if we're thinking that the alien containment facility is probably going to go here, what do we need? Well, first we're going to need more power. Like, we need to get a thermogenerator up before we can even try to build this. And to do a thermogenerator, we're going to need 350 credits. Oh my. Yeah, I get the feeling that that's going to have to wait until the end of the month. I don't think...
I can't believe Dr. Valen expects our troops to try to bring one of those things back here in one piece. Much less alive.
Yeah, I don't think we even could. Like, how much could we sell? If I sold absolutely everything, which, don't worry, I'm not...
The artifact we're about to sell...
Yes, I know, Bradford. I'm just seeing how much we could get.
I'm sure Dr. Valen would be disappointed if we put financial gains ahead of our own research and development.
Yeah, that is how much we would have to sell, and that's obviously selling quite a few things that I really am not comfortable with selling at this stage. So, yeah, no, we're probably gonna have to wait unless we get at least a couple of abductions to give me some cash to cover part of the cost. We'll see.